I think you're too tall for this fan.
Yeah, I don't think I can really. It's cozy though.
It is very cozy.
Yeah, it's all made of wood. It's a wooden van. It's not just the interior. The whole thing's made of wood.
No, that's not right.
You don't have to tell them that. Hold on, I gotta respond to
No
it.
responses.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a crafting video after. I have so many things I can craft. I can make, I can make the same thing, but like make multiple videos and release them at different dates. It'll be a different video, but with the same product. And people, and not necessarily a how-to, but maybe they'll just come for.
How do I get to your things?
It's like hanging out. It's like hanging out with June. Some people like that.
Yeah, like a vlog almost, but what we're looking at? What did you need to pull up?
June.kim.
Here, I'll let you do it. You have your own URL or your own like .kim thing? Oh, that's cool.
Boom!
Is this what my sister saw last time?
Yeah.
Oh.
June.kim.
She tells me her and her boyfriend go through your things. Yeah, because it's interesting.
Nice.
The fact that you guys you do things differently, I think, is what they like. So you already have some fan base.
Maybe I can have a.
Like I tell them there's something new, they'll go on and look at it.
Oh, they will.
They will. They're not the traditional. I think they're not a yuppie like me. I'm more of a yuppie. I think they're kind of like a. Yeah, they're very.
I have
like,
readers for my
independent.
vlog.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know I had readers for my vlog. Now I have like 2.
Yeah. Well, they're like fascinated. That's
Okay.
the thing. Like you have this. What the hell's this? Like you see this is crazy. Where else are you gonna get one of these? Except if you hand make it, right? This is one piece of leather.
Yeah.
All one piece.
It's all mostly,
And this is like
mostly one piece.
3 or 4 years old now. And it's
Yeah.
like withstood you like motorcycling at
That's
like
right.
200 miles per hour or 200 kilometers per hour.
That's right.
Stuff like that. And it weathered Vancouver weather. So if it can last through Vancouver weather, then
Yeah.
and
And I
Vancouver
made,
rain.
I made it so that it's
Yeah.
rainproof.
Yeah, stuff like that. I think they're like pretty interested in that.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure if they saw this, they would like it too.
Oh, maybe I'll make a post about that too.
Yeah. No, I think you had pictures of it. I showed them. They're like, holy shit.
It's just a mallet. Like to me, it's so ordinary. Oh, here you go.
No, but this is like crazy. This is like hard to like. It's not like you use machines. You use this one handsaw and a hammer and you made it. Maybe some leather and that's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's very simple.
I know. I probably couldn't do that. You have to give me instructions on how to do it. You couldn't just.
Well, I watched. Do you know how many hours of YouTube I watched about people making stuff?
Oh, and then
Many
you
hours.
took a collection of what you knew and tried to
And
make
then
it.
there's just techniques that I just learned, and then I just apply them.
Oh.
Okay, so this is one of my peak June moments. This is peak June when I wrote this.
Do you have to be high on to be peak June?
I think so. I think that's a requirement. The inspiration came from peak June, but the actual execution came from sober June.
Sober June. That's funny.
The sadness of beauty is its brevity. Chromatic dances through the Milky Way, a moment captured for longevity.
Mm-hmm.
A blip, now here, then gone astray. A punchline, summer breeze. First sip, last bite. A smile, the scent of attraction. Red euphoria. The winter mists and rainbows all dissipate. The high fives and sweet dreams. Butterflies fly of phobia. A color is a shade and a blip in a void. You've wasted your youth, neglected your ambitions. It's drowned into gray and you're chronically employed. Then time becomes a one-way decomposition. But mists are clouds for rain, and eggs will spawn. Morning shower, keys in pocket, time to carry on. Did that make you feel something?
I had trouble interpreting it.
Oh, because that's because you're using too much brain.
I know. I'm like trying to picture it. You say certain keywords, and I'm like, okay, it prompts certain thoughts, and I'm like,
Yeah.
but then I can't put it together though. I can't seem to make sense of it. Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking too much.
Okay, try to think less. The sadness of beauty is its gravity. Chromatic dances through the Milky Way, a moment captured for longevity. A blip, now here then gone astray. A punchline, summer breeze. First sip, last bite. A smile, the scent of attraction. Red euphoria. The winter mists and rainbows all dissipate. The high fives and sweet dreams. Butterflies fly of phobia. A color is a shade and a blip in a void. You've wasted your youth and neglected your ambitions. It's drowned into gray and you're chronically employed. Then time becomes a one-way decomposition. But mists are clouds for rain and eggs will spawn. Morning shower, keys in pocket, time to carry on.
Oh, I think I know what you mean now. You're trying to tell me that when you were young, you had a lot of opportunities to do anything you want. But as you got older, you had less and less time. And you get trapped in this like work cycle where you have to work. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that the message?
That's a picture that I'm putting in your mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
This chronically employed person.
I'm trying to infer with a couple of words that I hear, like key words.
Yeah, that's because you only understand the words.
I can't put it together though. That's the thing. Like I can't imagine things.
How about?
I think it's a lack of creativity on my part. Like I just can't picture this stuff because it's not like to me. It's like not concrete. It's not like it's like very abstract.
Well, that's how you train your literal.
Yeah. No, it's interesting
perspective.
though, because like I've read like many poems in high school and I never fully understood it. I only understood it through Cole's notes when people actually explained it to me.
Yeah, but what do you think about the first line? The sadness of beauty is its brevity.
So you're saying that beauty's very the tragedy is that beauty doesn't last.
Yeah, true beauty never lasts.
Why is that?
And if you try to think of something beautiful that lasts, it doesn't happen.
Like what?
If you try to appreciate something beautiful for a very long time, you can't do it. Beauty is in its nature a fleeting moment.
So you're saying like it's almost like a critical point, but it has a very short half-life. Like it can't stay in that state for too long, and then suddenly it's gone.
That's
so
right.
It's kind of like you feel the beauty. And
beauty
then,
as perception.
Yeah.
Happens to be very quickly fading.
Interesting.
Like when you look at, like when some people say, like this is a beautiful flower, they don't stare at it for like 10 minutes.
You look at it and then you go, oh, this is beautiful, and then you walk away.
Yeah.
You don't look at it for 30 minutes.
That's
You're
right.
Like, this is amazing. I can look at this forever.
Right, because it's so beautiful. That doesn't happen.
That's true. So it's really like a split second. You look at it, and
That's right.
It's beautiful, but then afterwards, it's like, oh, it's just a flower.
That's my
attitude.
That's my assertion.
I understand that. That actually makes more sense. It's like when you go to the Grand Canyon or whatever the first time, and you look at it, it's like breathtaking. But then you stare at it for 10 minutes, and you just want to go to the next stop. That's kind of maybe the thought that I get, which makes sense to me because it is beautiful. It's like, but you just can't sit there for like an hour staring at it. Maybe at least not me. Some people could. Yeah. They could probably absorb more of it, but
because they learn to notice other things.
Yeah. But yeah, before, yeah, no, I can see that. Or like you listen to good music, you might be able to listen to it like the first time is always different from like the
But
hundredth
the more,
time.
but with music, the more you listen to it, the more you notice about small things.
Yeah, that too.
So that's music is a little different that way.
You know,
And all my other assertion is that sadness is a result of beauty.
sadness is the result of beauty. Is it because of the
It's a consequence of beauty.
Okay. And why is that?
Because there's nothing to be sad about if you don't have anything beautiful. If you've never experienced something beautiful, then you can't possibly be sad. What's there to be sad about?
But what is sadness then in your context?
What is sadness?
I mean, there's a collection of words I can think of that maybe have connotations for it, but is there
When do you get sad?
when your expectations are not met? That's probably one.
Mm-hmm.
Or if something tragic happens, I guess. But that's not even a good way to see, because tragic is like another word for, to me, it's almost like another word for sadness. That's a good question. What is sadness?
That's homework for you.
Yeah, that's homework for me. What is sadness? For a person who doesn't know how to feel, this is harder to and for context, I think if you remember, I took that Big 5 test. My compassion level is like 0 percentile.
But you at least want to understand what other people are feeling.
Exactly. So it kind of bugs me that I don't know what I can't define sadness well. Like, I feel like even if I whipped out a dictionary and just read the definition,
You still,
I would not be satisfied with what it's saying.
No,
Because it's not really like...
There's a question of what is anything, which leads me to my next topic. It's got face.
No, it doesn't have face ID.
No, it doesn't have face ID.
We're behind.
No, what does it have?
It has only fingerprint.
Fingerprint in the back?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I need to have the face thing. This is ridiculous. This is 2018.
It's only been out for like a year and a half.
I know, but then now everybody has it, and I see everybody using it, and I'm the only one who can't use it. That's
you
that's
have
the definition of sadness for me.
Okay. So when I try to, this is a way of thinking.
Yeah.
So I want to teach you a way of thinking.
Okay.
That is unlike a dictionary.
Unconventional.
Unlike just reading a bunch of other words to understand what it is. Because when you read a dictionary, you're understanding a word relative to other words.
Of what it means, what it represents, and what.
And like I said,
Yeah, you associate it. It's almost like a concept chart. Like you think of a word, you think of a ton of concept charts all together, and then you put a bunch of those concept like you kind of create some sort of meaning behind it. So you say I, and you think of a lot of things that surround I am. I don't think M is a good example, but then I don't know.
You don't really understand
exactly
what it is. So there's many ways to understand something.
Yeah.
Like one way to understand something is to know how it works. Like, for example, a word. When a word is used is one good way to understand it. But it's not necessarily very productive. I don't think that's should be your only way to understand something. For example, the word literally is used figuratively. In place where, like, I literally cannot breathe because I'm laughing so hard.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Well, you're not literally can't breathing.
Yeah.
That means you need help, but clearly you don't need help. You're still breathing just fine.
Like you're using as an emphasis in this case.
So that's one way to understand the word literally.
Yeah.
But that's not what it is. To understand what something is, beyond its definition,
Mm-hmm.
it takes a different kind of approach to thinking about it.
Yep.
The essence of fire is that it must keep burning. The essence of water is that it flows. The essence of trees is that it branches. The essence of poetry is its desire to be spoken. The essence of programming is specifying. The essence of science is knowing. The essence of conflict is misunderstanding. The essence of something is what makes it, and not something else.
This one's more understand. Well, I understand this one better than the last one.
Okay. That's because I'm saying it like it is.
Exactly. Like it's you're defining things as you're saying it. The essence of science is knowledge. I agree.
That's not what I said. Science is not knowledge.
Not knowledge. The essence of
What is science? What is the essence?
knowing. Sorry.
It's knowing, not
No,
knowledge.
not knowledge. Knowing.
There's a huge
Yeah,
difference.
there's a difference. Yeah, yeah. Knowing is trying to figure out. Knowledge is
Something that you have.
you already have. Yeah, it's very different.
What is the essence?
You're already taken back. You're like, no. It's very different.
It's very different.
It is very different. Now that you said it, I thought about it for a second. Well, yeah, knowledge is something else. Knowing is something else. I mean, it's funny because they look like the same words. Now I think about it.
What is the essence of sadness?
I don't remember, but we will know in a second.
Let's see. Here's a parent. I want you to read this one. Here's the parent of the essentialism that I was talking about.
So I see a picture of a beer.
It's not a beer.
What is this?
It's a wine.
Oh, it's some liquid with.
It's a bottle
It's a bottle
of liquid.
of liquid that you don't know what it is.
It doesn't matter. It's inconsequential to this particular piece.
No, this is ice.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. Ice cider. So a bottle's purpose is to contain some liquid. Without the bottle, the liquid, its purpose to hold has no other meanings to reach places. But if the purpose of a bottle is to contain the liquid only, then the bottle would have no need to release it. And if it is unable to release the liquid that it holds, then nobody would be able to drink from it. So it becomes useless. Its bottleness is incomplete. It needs a way to let the liquid out. So the liquid pours out. Is it still a bottle? It no longer holds any liquid. A bottle without purpose is to hold liquid. No longer holds liquid. Its essence of holding liquid becomes nullified. Perhaps its ability to hold liquid may be what makes a bottle, but it's not sufficient. Once a bottle is used, it loses its value and is discarded. So, what then is the essence of a bottle? Is it to pour out and for it to end its own usefulness in doing so? Perhaps my essence is the same. This one's a little more challenging.
Okay. Remember I said essentialism, right?
Yeah.
Essentialism is a way to think about what things are.
Yeah.
Interpreting what something is from its context.
Yep.
What is the essence of a bottle?
The properties of a bottle? What it does?
Properties are different from what it is.
The essence of a bottle is something and hold things. Its function?
What is a function of a bottle?
To hold stuff.
To hold stuff.
And release stuff.
Is it both or is it one?
It's both.
It's both.
Well, it has to be both. It loses its usefulness if the water's trapped in there for good.
Mm-hmm.
Then is it still called a bottle? I don't think so. It'd just be some container. Like a bottle, by definition, needs to have. Well, when you think of a bottle, you think of something useful, right? Mm-hmm. Something that holds liquid and then releases it when you need it.
Its usefulness is a part of its essence.
Yes.
Because we put effort into making it for some reason, some utility.
That's correct.
To hold and release, right?
Yeah.
Now the question becomes, in a broader way, what is your essence? What makes you and not anyone else? Are you useful? Are you experiential? Are you just waiting to die?
So is this a metaphor for a person in a bottle?
We can take it that way too. A person as a bottle is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But if you can also think of it as a person in a bottle, maybe that says something else about you. Are you trapped in a bottle?
Waiting to be used. No. Waiting to be released?
Are you waiting to be released? Is your bottle your nutsack? Who are you? And what is your essence?
Is it deep?
It's a critical question. It's a reflective question. Time thinking about who you are, I think, is time well spent.
That's an interesting thought.
I'm glad I was able to give you that thought. Hopefully you'll take it through the week.
Yeah, I just need to reflect about this and think about it.
Okay, I think that's about it. Let's cut.